Hello, it's me James, and welcome back to another episode of Simply Survival. So in today's episode, I'm going to be showing you exactly how to build a zero-tick pigment farm. That is right, this thing is completely OP. Again, I'm not the original creator to this design. I've seen this originally on Skippy's channel, but there were so many people that actually put their knowledge to good use and designed this farm. So you'll find all of those links in the description for all of those people. So spread some love and let them know that Jam Fam's here. Again, if you want to join a free subscriber realm, go ahead and join the Discord. Feel free to hit me up on the Twitter or the InstaJam if you do not have Discord. In addition to that, yeah, basically subscribe, smash that like button, and we can simply get on to the video. Again, this thing is major OP, guys. Again, it's probably one of the best farms that you'll ever build in your world. Definitely worth a build. Okay, so the items you are going to need for this build are as follows. You're going to need a stack of glass. Actually, you're going to need some more. Probably bring 3 stacks of glass. Bring yourself 2 stacks of crafting tables. Bring yourself 84 obsidian. You're also going to need some redstone. Bring yourself 13 pieces of redstone. You're also going to need 2 comparators, 2 sticky pistons, a redstone repeater. You're going to need a redstone block, a bucket of water, 11 dispensers, 1 observer block, 6 solid blocks of choice. Any blocks, it doesn't really matter, just make sure they're solid blocks. And also 2 hoppers. That's exactly what you're going to need. And finally, you are going to need 10 buckets of lava. They are very important to this build. So basically, I know what you guys are thinking. These resources are pretty, I mean, there's quite a lot of resources to gather. However, it is so worth doing. Probably to make all those buckets and the 2 hoppers, you probably need around a stack of iron, which is not a hell of a lot. I mean, the obsidian's probably going to be the hardest thing for you to get, purely for the fact it's the longest thing to obtain like that. It's the longest block to break, you know what I mean? I simply just went to the end and destroyed some towers. Again, as far as the crafting table is concerned, you just need a tree farm, so it's not all that bad. So first of all, what we're actually going to do is actually grab ourselves our obsidian, and we're going to make a 21 by 21 size portal. It's a huge portal, I know. Thing is here, you want to make sure you've got it in the right location. So what I'm doing, I'm building it here so I can have them all funnel in to my double XP farm. Obviously, I've got zombies and skeletons going in there. Now I'm going to have pigmen as well. So, yeah, like I said, simply go ahead and build yourself a 21 by 21 size portal. Again, while you're building this portal, make sure you put a little bit of a water block down so you can jump down when you obviously get to do the top. If you haven't got a pair of elytra, that is going to be very necessary, or you're just going to die every single time. So, after that, we want to grab ourselves our blocks of choice, our solid blocks, okay? We're also going to want to grab 1 dispenser, a bucket of water, our observer, and also we're going to grab our redstone. And basically what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be setting up the off switch for the nether portal. So, when the nether portal gets lit, we want to make sure that it will go off straight away. So basically, this is how we're going to be doing it with a bucket of water and a dispenser. So we're going to place the dispenser like so on a couple of blocks. And then as far as our observer block goes, we want the face of the observer block facing the portal, just like so. So the red flashing light is at the back. We can double test this by literally placing a block in front of that observer, and as you can see, it flashed at the back, so we know that that's in the right position. In addition to this, place a block on the back of that block just there, and place a piece of redstone. You're then going to want to put your bucket of water inside that dispenser. So this step is very, very important. You want to make sure you've got this the right size. So all you're going to do is light the portal, and it's going to automatically turn off because we just set up the dispenser. And as you can see, the pigmen are coming out this side, so we know that we've got this in the right location. Again, you want to make sure you do that straight away, or you're going to build everything and you could get it in the wrong area. Right, so basically then you need to build some kind of chamber which you're going to funnel your pigmen out with. Again, you can do this in any way you so choose. I'm just doing it with water. And simply some glass around the outside. Again, you can do this with any block. You don't have to do glass. And you don't have to do water streams if you don't want. If you've got another way to do it, go for it that way. Alright, so then you want to go 1 block above your dispenser. And basically come out 10 blocks all the way across. We're basically setting up now to place our crafting tables. Now you're going to have to do this all the way up, so you're going to place a line of 10 blocks there, miss a block, and then another row of 10 blocks all the way up to the top. This is going to make it so much easier for when you come to place your crafting tables. I'm going to do it now just so I can show you. So basically the crafting table pattern is just this. You want to miss one every single time on top of those that 10 block dirt path that we've just created. Okay, and then we're going to do that all the way to the top, and when we get to the top, we're basically going to do it the same, but taking away the dirt and also adding the remainder of the crafting tables. So the remainder of the crafting tables, well, you'll see it very, very soon, are going to go in between, so it's kind of like a concertina pattern. I think it's called a concertina pattern. Don't hold me to that, I have no idea. Okay, so when you finally get to the top, again, this is a slightly long process. You just want to place your final crafting tables and do exactly as I do. As you can see, I'm using the dirt now to remove and place my crafting tables. Again, you want to use a block that you can easily remove, something maybe not like, just something that's easy to break. I'm using dirt because, again, easy to obtain and easy to break, and you just want to go ahead and place your crafting tables in between the other crafting tables that we've built all the way up to the top. Okay, and this is just going to create like a checkboard pattern, if you like. Yeah, I really don't know a good comparison what to call it, but it's basically like a checkered pattern. Okay, so from here, again, make sure you put a block of water down there. This is not part of the build, this is just so you've got a safe way down. That is very, very important. So what we're going to do now is actually grab our glass, and we're going to actually make a chamber where the lava is going to like fall into, and it's not going to fall everywhere. You make sure you do this. Again, if you don't do this, like I say, your lava is going to fall everywhere, and yeah, you're just going to have lava everywhere, and it's not good. So make sure you do this by simply just exactly doing what I'm doing now. Again, you can remove any unnecessary blocks. It's entirely up to you. You could have left them there if you so choose. Again, I'm just going to remove them to make it look a little bit nicer. So then you can bring that all the way across to the other side of the crafting tables, and then make sure it's capped off on the end so the lava has no physical way of escaping, and connect that final one up, and there is our bottom one complete. Now the top one's a little bit different because we obviously have to put ourselves some dispensers on, so I'm just nerd poling up because I still very amateur. I haven't fixed my elytra yet, which is something I really need to do. But let's just carry on with the build. So basically you want to go ahead and put some glass in between these blocks, simply so your lava does not spill through there. Again, you don't want any spillages, guys. If you have spillages of lava, it's going to be proper horrible. It's just, you just don't want that. So make sure you do this step. It's very, very important. Then you're going to want to come down a little bit like I'm doing, as so. And from here, let me just go a little bit out. You know what? I'm just going to use glass. I wasn't going to use glass because I didn't want to run out, because I always end up running out on these videos. But, yeah, we're just going to do it for now. And basically, 1 block under the top, you see that 1 block under the top crafting table? That's exactly where we're going to want to place our line of glass to put our dispensers on top of, okay? So, you want to go 1 block underneath the top. So, it'll just literally be this block here, and when we put our dispensers on, obviously it will line up to the top, so it's super awesome. Again, once you've done that, we can go back to the start of the glass thing, and we can put our dispensers on the top. Again, you're gonna have to, well, actually you won't actually have to crouch space here, but I just crouch space anyway. Again, 1 2 3 4 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and finally 10. There we go. We got all 10 dispensers in place. Again, you want to go ahead and cap off the end just so the lava does not spill out everywhere, because again, we do not want any spillage, guys, because obviously spillage is a big bad, and we do not want big bads in survival. Okay, we do not want none of those big bad things. Oh no, no indeed. So again, you might need to cap this end off as well, But what we're actually going to do now, this is where the lava comes into play. So you want to get all your buckets of lava accessible. So I'm just going to get those ready now. And as if by magic, there we go, I've got them all in my first inventory slot. So once you've got your lava accessible, you basically then want to just go and place it all like so. And the actual, the portal will start lighting. Again, do not worry. It will turn off as well. Soon as this lava goes into a solid block of, like, source block of lava, this is going to completely stop working. However, once we set up the redstone and the hopper clock, it will carry on working again. So do not worry about that. In addition to that, if you don't want the top ones to actually set on fire, you can always just go and put a piece of glass above those crafting tables, and that is going to prevent those top ones from setting on fire. Again, that is a completely optional thing to do. So from here, what you're going to need to do is basically get your redstone. But what I will do first before putting this redstone on is filling these dispensers with buckets. Again, make sure you do this first, because I have to do it in a really long way, and I'll show you how I had to do it. But yeah, before you put this redstone on, make sure you put your buckets in, because again, I had to do it in the longest way possible, like this, so hanging off the side, and then placing the buckets in. Again, you don't want to do this, so make sure you're going to do it the simplest way possible. Obviously, this is simply survival, although I do tend to make things a little harder than it needs to be. But like I said, if you put these buckets in before the redstone, you're going to have no issues whatsoever. Okay, so now we're getting close to the finish. Basically, we're going to grab our redstone repeater and we're going to place it in this exact position here. Then from here, we're going to go one block down below that repeater, and it's time to set up our hopper clock. So basically, I make a few mistakes here, and I'm going to tell you the mistakes that I made, so you definitely don't make these mistakes. Again, you want to make yourself a little platform like so. At this point, you're going to want to grab your hoppers, because obviously it's a hopper clock. So yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do. Again, grab your hoppers, and you're going to want to basically grab everything that you need to make this hopper clock, because you will need to do it. So place a hopper facing downwards like so, and then into the side of that hopper. Again, you might need to extend your platform out a little bit. Make sure you put another hopper facing into that hopper just there. From that, you can actually go and grab yourself a pickaxe, destroy the first hopper, and then put that hopper going into that hopper. So both hoppers are facing into each other. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen hopper clocks before, so it is pretty self-explanatory. So after this, what we're going to want to do is actually extend our platform a little bit further. From here, we're going to grab our comparators. Now, a mistake that I made here, you need to turn these bad boys on. Make sure you turn your comparators on. If they're not on, they will not work, okay? Again, this is the second mistake I made on this hopper clock. You want to use solid blocks, not glass blocks. You want to use solid blocks. Again, do not use glass blocks. I can't stress enough. I had to come all the way back up here to literally get this to work. So make sure you use solid blocks and turn those comparators on with basically, so on top of those pieces of glass, which are supposed to be solid blocks, you're going to want to put a piece of redstone on each one, and then on the edge of that redstone, you're going to get your pistons. That's right, your two sticky pistons, and then just literally place them on the edge of that redstone. Again, I can't stress enough, make sure you use solid blocks and turn on those comparators. Again, I do apologize for the rain. I really have bad luck with the weather, but I really wanted to get this thing done. So basically, from here, we're going to place our redstone block. This is just going to simply remove the lava and put it into those buckets that are located in our dispensers. From here, basically, we need to fill this up with some blocks. Again, I'm going to use 47. It doesn't matter. It's up to you how long you want to keep going, like it to turn on and off. So for example, if you put 60, it's going to take around 60 seconds. 45 seconds. However many blocks is however many seconds it goes to. So again, really think about how much you want to put in there. Again, I'm just going to use 47 or whatever it was. At this point, this is the build complete. As long as you have not used glass and made sure you turn your comparators on, you will have successfully built this zero tick pigman farm. You will have literally, do not do that what I've just done. That is so amateur. Make sure you use the water that you placed there earlier, which I advised to do. Don't fall off because you could potentially die, but just look how many pigmen this thing produces. Again, it is so OP. You're going to get so much gold. In addition to that, you're going to get so many levels from this thing as well. Again, I want to say massive thank you to all the support recently. I will catch you on the next one.